Good morning, everybody. It is Tammy coming to you this morning. I'm actually pretty much on time for Wake and Bake today. I can't believe it. And we are coming in today on Friday. We're going to add this banner. Let's go ahead and we're going to make this thing. If I can edit this, we're going to scroll it across the bottom. Save. And there we go. So as you jump onto this morning, drop me a grateful fed in the comments. It is Friday morning. We are coming off of our Thursday night heart space meditation. I'm going to do a favor here for myself and for all of you. And I'm going to tag a few folks here because I am a little early. Actually on time, which means I'm early. I'm going to go ahead and tag a few folks. I'm going to tag a few people just to make sure everybody can get up and get over here this morning. Interestingly enough, we have had an amazing group turnout last night. I'm just starting to go down the list. I'm just typing names in, and as they pop up, I'm tagging. And that's all. So if you don't get tagged, please don't get your feelings hurt. I'm just going through to get the algorithm, the comments and stuff up. Because if we don't do that, then Facebook will hide my lives, and it's really absolutely like heartbreaking sometimes how it does it. It just kicks my booty. We're gonna keep tagging some folks over here. And as you jump on this morning, drop me a hashtag grateful fed. Telling you that the intrawebs, they continue to block me since that whole debacle with my account. Everything I do is going to the bottom of the algorithm right now, but that's okay. That's okay. We will combat it somehow. We will figure it out somehow. We are going to, let's see here, pull in some folks. Get Elizabeth Clark in here. I'm just tagging some folks. Dennis and Elizabeth hung with me last night late on our Zoom last night. So I did tag a few folks just to say good morning, hello, how are you, all the things. But we'll keep things moving with or without an audience this morning. I know it's early. I'm usually 10 o'clock or so going live. Good morning. Melanie, could you try to tag some folks for me? I did the same thing, but it is not... it's just taking a minute. It's also a delay. Thanks you for tag. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome. You know, it is good morning. I knew that the tag was going to work in a second, and there's a little delay, and then I just be patient, and everything would work in divine time. So as I was saying, I was just giving you a shout out. Dennis hung with me late last night because we were on Zoom doing our heart space meditation. If you were on that meditation, what'd you think? Isn't that amazing? Good morning, Dorothy. We're sorry we missed you last night on the Zoom. Good morning, Mr. Dennis Casey up there in UP, and Miss Dorothy Gorecki. What's up, everybody? So if you missed it last night, we do have every Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We are doing a heart space meditation. What is a heart space meditation? Anybody have that question? Can I get some thumbs up, some hearts, some O-face? You're like, what exactly are y'all doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is the whole thing about, right? What we do basically is we compile a list throughout the week of people who need a little extra love and light. If you've ever attended church, you'll know it's something very akin to a prayer list, right? I know my in-laws always have a prayer list at their church running. My husband, when somebody doesn't feel well or something goes wrong or there's an emergency or a disaster, he will add people to prayer list. He'll call his mom and say, hey, can you add so-and-so to the prayer list? And they'll do that. So I thought, how do we how do we practice good stewardship of this platform? How do we practice good stewardship of the earth and of our fellow man, other than to try to carve out 30 minutes a week? It's not a whole lot, right? To take the love energy that we have and the light that we have inside of us and to focus that on those who might need a little extra, those who might need a little more chutzpah this week, right? I know y'all have seen the video. I'm trying to find the sound again on the new account. That's like, you want a little bit of my sunshine? Pew, pew, pew. Like, here's a little bit of my sunshine until you can be the sunshine of your own, right? And so, good morning, Donna. I'm so glad we caught you on a live, darling. I'm so very glad we caught you on a live. We sent some extra love energy to you yesterday and last week. And we see all of our family members out there. And whether I know you in person or not, I hope you friended me on Facebook. I definitely follow each and every one of you back and look and see what's going on. And I see when you're struggling and I can feel when you're struggling. Good morning. I'm not sure who this is. It just says Facebook user. So if you could allow Facebook, just let me see your name. I would appreciate that. So good morning. I'm so glad all of you are here today. Do me a favor, like the thing says below. We want to get this live into the algorithm and let people see it. Good morning, Ashley. Good morning, darling. So if everybody could do me a favor and just drop a hashtag Grateful Fed in the comment, that will boost the algorithm a little bit. And I'm going to do something that I know it's kind of crazy, but it's driving me nuts. And if you understood my OCD brain, you understand the need for things to be straight in my office. And my rug is like crooked, and it is driving me bonkers. But of course, I spilled my entire coffee all over orders and everything else. So I'll let that drain down there. Oh, sometimes the best laid plans. But you know what? I'm not even stressing over it. I'm not even going to stress over it. I could stress over it. It's all over my chair. I just spilled like coffee like everywhere. Trying to make my desk straighter than it was because I didn't like the way it looked. And now I got coffee all over the things. But it's okay. It's okay. All this important stuff is not important. If it was, it wouldn't have gotten wet. I'm in flow with it, letting it happen. Good morning, Miss Barton. Got one more couple days for the beach. So exciting. I'm going to get all that out of the way. But me trying to, I should have known to move some coffee off of the thing that I was scooting around, huh? Oh, well. This probably needed to be washed today anyhow. Probably not with coffee. Probably needed to have something with some actual soap and water on it, but we'll do that after we get done with the live today. Not gonna let it bother me. Not gonna say the words I wanted to say. Right? Good morning. Good morning. But like I was saying, we 100% as your family members, we see when you're out there struggling. Right? Sometimes I don't see it on Facebook because maybe we're not friends, but you have a friend in here who says my friend so and so needs a little extra something something, or my friend's kitty cat needs a little something something, or my friend's kid needs a little something something, or just whatever. And here's the other thing. A lot of people also will put themselves on this list because sometimes you need a little extra love and light, and we are family, and that's what we're here to do for you, to lift you up, to help you get through the things that you need, and to send a little extra love energy. I am very, very, very humbled and very proud of this little meditation we started last week. It is growing. It is powerful. And it is needed, right? And I know that 9 o'clock is too late for some people. 8 o'clock is too early for others. But we have landed. We've got it in calendars now. Our heart space meditation will be held weekly on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. We would love to have you. I always figure like everybody's going to be there when they're supposed to be there. I do believe that once you attend, you'll never want to miss it after you attended. And if anybody who's attended can drop some comments for me to let people know your experience with it, because like I said, I'm a talking head. And this is the page I created. So of course, everybody's going to be watching this and it's new. Like, of course, it's the best thing ever because it's yours. And for those of you that have been here a while, you know that you can trust me. I'm as authentic as my food. But for some newer folks, I would love for the people who've actually attended this to be able to talk to them about how fun and amazing this meditation group is. And then, afterwards, anybody that wants to hang out and smoke a bowl or whatever we do, eat an edible, whatever you want to do as far as your nighttime routine, or just hang out and just chat, drinking a cup of tea. It doesn't matter, right? We just kind of hang out a little bit afterwards. It is an amazing experience. Carly pulled the Eagle card last night. I ate a pretzel that was knocked. Yes, yes, yes. I got way schnozzy last night. The white chocolate macadamia nut cookies are super powerful. They're very delicious. They're Red's top 3. So I think we're going to probably see a few more cookie options on the menu. Only because he really, really, really enjoys those. And a lot of people do. And I really enjoy those. And I'm like, they might stay on the menu. And I'm also going to be I'm not sharing it with you yet. You will find out on Sunday at Sunday Sermon. We've got Father's Day on Sunday. And so I am going to be working on a Father's Day Sunday sermon, something for the guys out there. I know that my audience is primarily female energy, right? A lot of females are here, but we do have some, we have lots and lots and lots of men. Not all of them show up to all of the woo-woo. Not all of them do, but we're getting them there. We have Dennis that comes. Dwayne showed up for a minute last night. Red was in there sneak peeking a little bit, like listening and all the things. So we're getting there. So if you do have a partner who's with a penis, or a male husband, spouse, partner, or if you have a man in your life who might need to be here, don't hesitate to add them. This is a group for everyone over the age of 21 who is a like-minded individual, and all are welcome on our Zoom. Even if they are not in the Hometown Hippie group, if there's someone who believes in the woo-woo and believes in sending good heart energy, please add them to the Zoom. That is my heart mission, right? That is my heart mission. But let's talk about some things that I had come through last night, which is interesting. So let's talk about this, something I saw this morning, okay? So one of the things, and I want y'all to tell me in the comments, right? Do you, just a yes or no, right? I want everybody to answer this. I love being a part of this group. It has changed my life in so many ways. The people here are all my people. I love that. The meditation experience is indescribable. It's a must. Try it. Do not miss. It's amazing. I love that so much. I'll leave it up for a second. It's an amazing experience. I know more of you were on that live. I know more of you were on that. But Melanie she could write my reviews for my website. She's got such a good way of writing things. And here's the thing, Melanie speaks from the heart. And I know that, she is an OG. She's been here for it since this group was started, kind of. And she has really immersed herself. She's gotten involved. She's met the people in the group. She has met her soul tribe. And I'm going to encourage each and every one of you, if Tammy, you're a little bit too much for me, but I like the energy of whoever in the comments, or I like the energy of somebody that posted. I encourage y'all to get to know each other, to be friendly. There's a post today that I would love for everyone to go comment on after the live, right? After the live. That is a roll call, right? It says, where are you from? I would love to see how many states we have in our group. And I would also love to see where what everybody feels good about today. Because today is Feel Good Friday. Feel Good Friday. And again, I told you I was going to share some things that I ran across since last night. And I'm looking to see. So Heather and Dwayne have commented. We got Toledo and Virginia. So we got 2 states in here already. Where else can we get today? But I want to read this post. This is what I was looking for when I found this. One of our members in here, Greg Gibbs, posted this morning, and I want to read this to you, okay? Are y'all for it? Can I get some thumbs up, some thumbs down? But the yes or no question is this. The yes or no question, everybody answer yes or no in this question. Do you have a morning routine? Do you have things that you do that are part of your morning routine? Just a morning routine. And yes or no? Yes or no? A morning routine. Like, do you do the same kind of steps every morning, or are you a person who like, or no? And the other side of a morning. So Dennis has a morning routine. Yes. So got one yes. So yes. Anybody else have a yes or no? A yes for me or no for me? Yes. Okay. So Dennis has one. Melanie has one. Ashley has one. So I want y'all to answer me another yes or no question. Do you have a self-care, daily self-care routine? A daily devotional, a daily practice that's about taking care of you? Do you have a morning routine that focuses on the care of you? Yes or no? Now, while you're answering that question, there's no right or wrong answer, right? There's no right or wrong answer. But one of the things that came in through my journaling last night and some of the recall journaling that I did through my phone the other night, right, was this. Not constantly, yes. So Dennis says, I have a morning routine, right? You probably get up, have like animals to feed or people to take care of or things to do. But that morning routine is not always focused on self-care, right? Yes, kind of. I love that, Ashley. I love that you have a self-care morning routine. And I'm very happy that you do. I'm going to encourage anyone who does not to start getting into the pattern of one. So there is one thing that I consistently do. I have an idea of a morning self-care routine, right? But there's one thing that I have consistently been doing over the past little while now, and it really, really, really makes a difference. Okay. So, number one, this thing right here stays plugged up upside down in this room. One of the things that I'm working on is I'm trying not to touch my phone for the first 30 minutes that I'm awake. This morning was a little bit weird because I'm going to be honest, I don't know who it was, and if you're watching and I don't know your phone number. Somebody called my phone at 7:30 this morning, and it was a local number. And when my phone rings, somebody's calling me. It was ringing, and it woke me up. It made me nervous, and it was a local phone number. And I'm like, bill collectors, like the bill people are like, you have an important message, and I'm like, no, I don't. And I hang the phone up. I call them bill collectors, telemarketers. I don't know. I think years of owing money to people made me call that phone call a bill collector. But it's like, the robocalls, they don't start that early. And I answered the phone. I was like, hey, did I wake you? And I was like, yes, you did. Because they woke me up. I was kind of getting awake, but I mean, I was still getting up. And they're like, oh, sorry. I was hoping I'm on the way to work. I could just stop by and pick some stuff up for edibles. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, that's not how this works. I'm very sorry. But no, you don't call someone's house at 7:30 in the morning in hopes to stop by to pick up some edibles. I was like, that's not how this works. My office, if it was a store, would you call a store that opened at 10 a.m. like, hey, can I just come by this morning and get something even though you're closed? I'm like, that's not how this works. I appreciate you, but no, ma'am. Like, use the website. If you want something to order something, I'll have it ready today. Probably just go order it, but not at 7:30 in the morning, right? Good morning, Grace. So, first part of the self-care morning routine, right, that I've been consistently doing is not touching this phone for 30 minutes to an hour after I wake up. Now, I try to do a 30-minute morning gratitude meditation. So I want to talk about, like I said, something came across this morning that I feel like was put in my path for a reason. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I'm going to tell you that I really was like, damn, I love this. And there's more people out there doing it than people give credit for. And I want to give this credit back. So this morning, because my phone rang and woke me up, I had to go pee and do the whole little old lady bladder, right? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, if you all could do me a humongous favor to help me out a lot with my algorithm and getting this video into the feed. If you are on YouTube, do me a favor and hit the subscribe buttons below. Give me a little thumbs up and then share this out to your friends, right? Number two, if you're watching this here on the Facebook feed or on the YouTube feed, as the little ticker going across the bottom of the screen says, drop me a hashtag Grateful Fed in the comments. Because I got up this morning, right, and I'm walking around and I'm like not on my normal, like not touching my phone. It was in my hand. I went to pee. I was like, oh. No, I'm like, not on a Friday. Like, I don't want to start my Friday off with technology. Like, that's not how I wanted to start my Friday. And I've been really good about not touching that phone. And then I got back in, I went to pee and did all the things, and I got back in bed, right? Got back in bed, and I'm like, and I don't know why, but I started to scroll the tickety tock because I looked at all the notifications on my phone. I had like 600 notifications from TikTok, and I open it up, and the first kid on my For You page is this young boy, probably late 20s, early 30s. 3 kids, stay at home dad, going to school full time, on there doing his 8 a.m. morning devotional. He was talking about how he was being consistently there reading a morning devotional from his little scripture book, pulling the scripture and encouraging people through his story. He made his message this morning. And he was thinking, and he got up and he did a little morning devotional. He did a prayer, and his prayer was a gratitude prayer. And I want y'all to think about this, right? And this is what came in this morning, and we're gonna get a little crazy this morning, okay? This kid this morning, and I call him a kid because he looked younger than Evan. He was encouraging addicts. He was encouraging people who were depressed. He was encouraging the lame, the sick, the sweet. People were like, I thought you were weird at first, but I think you're pretty cool. He's like, good, I'm glad you're here. He was he was he was everything I needed to see. But he started off his devotional this morning when I watched it with like a 15-minute thanking God for the things in his life, right? Stopping and thanking God. And when he was thanking God for the things he was thanking God for, I was up, um, I was sitting there and I felt like I was crying. It just took I was like, oh my God, I love this kid. So I was like, I am so grateful for those things too. And I'm like, okay, I see you, God. I see you, right? I see you. You needed me this morning, right? To get off my routine a little bit, right? To go off my path. And I needed to think about what people thank you for. When I sit there and struggle and going, sorry, I'm thanking you for the same things over and over again, but I do this every morning, right? And I realized that sometimes, right? Sometimes we have to shake things up, right? To get things moving. So if you have a ritual in the morning, I want to ask you a question, right? Is it working for you? Do you feel refreshed and renewed when you're doing it? Or is it time to maybe shake up that morning routine? Is it time to really start, instead of going through the patterns of the ritual of the morning routine, is it time for you, right, to step out of the ritualistic part of it and really step into the reason why you're doing it? For me, a morning routine about self-care is taking a few moments to gather myself for the day, to get my vibration high, to ground my energy, to prepare myself to go out into the world, to be able to be a true testament of the power of one. So every day, some days I get up and I hurt more days than others. This morning I woke up and I'm like, I've got a cold. I'm like, I was so congested through here. I'm like, I'm going to take an allergy pill because I didn't take it last night, but I feel like it's a cold. Like I felt like it was a cold this morning. And I got up, I've made my coffee. I've been up since 7:30, like I said, a couple hours now. Normally I'm like rolling out here at like 8:55 going, I'll be a few minutes late. I got to make my coffee. And then by 10 o'clock I'm going live. Not this morning, right? Because God was like, okay, girl, we got big things in plan for you. Source was like, girl, we got to get you ready. You got to get yourself ready. We got to get up and get moving, right? We got big things popping, right? And things got to happen and be able to handle that, right? Because here's the thing. We talk about um, finding your message through your mess, right? Things don't happen to you. They happen through you. But here's the thing. When you're manifesting all these big things, you've got to be ready for the big blessings. You got to be ready to handle it, right? You got to heal those broken parts of you that maybe aren't ready for that blessing. And I know that. I know that because that's what I've been doing, right? I've been talking about some of these things, and Grace is on here. Is Grace still on here? Grace, are you still on here? If Grace DuPont is on here, I need her to drop me a whoop whoop in the comments, right? Kalima's on here. Yes. So some of these people, Ashley Barton, my cousin's on here.
Even Melanie Lewis has been around prior to my hometown hippie, right? Y'all have been around for quite a minute now, right? Through this whole kind of process. And Grace has been through. Her and I were. She was going to work with me for a while. She still may in one day. Um, but Grace is somebody who was here from like the beginning of Hometown Hippie. Whoop whoop, right? She is somebody who helped me with. We made the first peanut butter cups I ever made. Grace put the chocolate into the molds for me and was a taste tester and all the things. And so what I'm going to say is this, right? And the reason I called her out here is she's heard me talk about this stuff, right? And she's seen me get beat down and say, okay, not tonight, right, not right now, and see me look at 52 food trucks and get my feelings hurt. And I talked to her on the phone, and I was like, hey, I was like, I know that because I couldn't keep Grace employed at what she needed to be employed as an actual chef, right? She has bills to pay, and I wasn't there yet. But I knew that Grace was somebody that needed to be a part of the hometown hippie community. She's got our kind of energy, right? And I talked to her on the phone, and I said, hey, I was like, all of those plans we talked about, all of those things that you saw me dribble jabble down, and I've talked to you about, and I've channeled messages to her, and she was my outlet for so many months, probably for about a year. And she was kind of my right hand, right? And I told her, I said, hey, I was like, I know that it didn't happen as quickly, and I know that a lot of people in this world have big ideas, right? I know a lot of people in this world have big ideas, and they will talk about them, especially stoners, right? Stoners are like the group of people that will get stoned and like all of your dreams. Like we that's when the veil is kind of like the thinnest, right? And stoners are so great at tapping into that like the sky's the limit energy, right? Can I have a hallelujah amen if y'all believe that? If people in this community who like take a little like cannabis or THC, when we get into that zone, that real good buzz zone, right? We inhale the good stuff because we inhale. We get rid of that little puff cloud, right? And universe shows us all the things it could be like, be cool. And I never wanted, and I knew that, and I'm like, I know that I'm a big like dreamer. I know that I have big plans and big things are set. And for a long time, I was like, oh, wow. I was like, here I am getting all like stony and going live or telling people this is what I'm going to do. And there was a reason why, right? There was a reason why, because it was going to happen. All those things that you see when you're stoned that could be cool. I'm telling you, if you focus that energy when you're not high, you can make that all happen. And that's what I'm doing. And I told her, I was like, hey, I was like, I had to be patient. It's all in divine time. And I understood that you couldn't hold up your whole life for my pipe dream because maybe it wasn't yours. And I kept telling her that. I'm like, these are the things that I plan on doing. So that sounds awesome. And I'm like, I would love to have you along for the ride. But at the end of the day, I also know that the things that I'm manifesting, that's my dream. That's my soul's purpose. And I don't believe that anybody should should not follow their soul's purpose. And if my soul's purpose is not aligned with your soul's purpose is, then we're going to be friends and go on this journey together. I'm going to cheer you on, and you're going to be on my team doing what you do. And you go cheer me on. I'm going to be on your team doing what you do. And that's how it works, right? But the key is this, right? It's to stay persistent and consistent and patient. And so I brought that up to say this, right? Maybe your message, maybe your blessing, maybe all of those things, you've got to make room inside of you for that. And we are awesome how we are, right? But we have pieces and parts of us that need to have the energy kind of shaken up. And one of the things that I thought was interesting was when we did the Reiki class. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know who this is. It says, hey. If you allow Facebook to see your name or StreamYard, I can then see your name when you do this, right? And she was like, I love all the things and I appreciate you. She was talking about the patient. She's like, I appreciate that. And I'm glad that I'm still on the radar. And when the things come to fruition, let me know. Because my goal is when I get the commercial building, we're going to do a lot more of actual like elevated foods by like we talked about yesterday, by ingredient base and by level of just complexity and intricate. It's elevated food. It's farm to table. It is delicious, organically delicious food. and it hasn't got to have medicine in it every time, right? That makes it a lot better. That's kind of what I'm specializing in. But there will also be opportunities for catering, for weddings, for all the things that you need elevated in your life with this good love energy as well, right? There's going to be a just magic, and there's going to be a magic with medicine, all right? A magic medicine and then a magic menu as well. And when I do that, I got the license. All the things are coming to fruition where I can actually, like I said last night, have a real payroll. So, but I wasn't ready for all of that when Grace and I were hanging out. I wasn't ready for all of that when I was talking about it. God was getting me ready for it. God was like, I need you to know that it can happen. I need you to believe it, right? So the first thing that I had to do was I had to believe it. And I always thought that that was like a little funny thing. It's like, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. You see all those like motivational posters hanging up in like the, in dorms or like colleges and in doctors' offices, especially in like the psychology offices, like the psychiatrist offices. I'm like, dude, does this ever help anybody like not give up? It's like a cat hanging, like, hang in there. I'm like, you know what? Today was gonna be the day. But that cat, me and that cat, I see you, cat. We're hanging there today. I'm like, come on now. But whatever. That's just my little take on it. But it's true, right? I had to first believe it. And then it was like, okay, now that you believe it, and Source and God sometimes knows how to motivate us. And this morning when I was watching, it may need to be bigger though. See, Dennis keeps saying, I'm seeing it. He's manifesting for me. And I'm like, 29 by 37 is pretty big. And here's a step at a time, right? One step at a time. And just like we joke with Dennis, good morning, Elizabeth. Dennis said we joke about like he's like 10 milligrams. Like he's a microdoser. That's what he takes. He knows his limits and all the things. Maybe this is 25 baby bites, right? We talk about that all the time with edibles. If you can't eat a 200 milligram cookie, then take 20 baby bites. 20 baby bites are 10 milligrams each, right? But just like with anything you're manifesting, maybe you don't get to take one big bite of the cookie. Maybe you don't get to have the cookie crumble right in your hand in the day that you want it. And I think about this all the time, like God, whenever people have babies, right? And you're growing the child inside of you. A lot of the times it's having the patience and nurturing and watching the time and having that time to grow it and to marinate it and to make it better. And like, here's where we have to make it wait. That's why a baby's like, you don't have sex and then have a baby tomorrow. It's because you have to have time to like learn to love that and think about the things you're going to do. Prepare your house, prepare yourself, prepare your family, prepare whatever for the arrival of the baby, right? So if your blessing is so big and it's not happening, right? If what you're seeing and what you know is yours to claim is not happening, then I want you to look inward. Because I talked about this a lot. Right? What do I say? I'm like, sometimes when our blessings look like work, we don't understand it. And I tell the story about when the person's house is flooding and God's sending all the different ways for them to get out. And they're like, I'm waiting for my blessing. And God's like, I sent you all these things and you turn them down. You didn't, I tried to help you, but you didn't take the blessings. So sometimes, your blessing and the things that you're going to get is going to look like a little bit of work. It's going to look like some shadow work. It's going to look like moving some energy. It's going to look like some big tears and some big disappointments. And every time, and today when I watched this guy give this motivational this morning, this 20-something-year-old kid who was talking to this guy who you could tell he had beautiful teeth. He's like, these are not my teeth. It was one step at a time. I was an addict. I am coming back. I'm making my mess my message. And he says, I couldn't afford to get all of my teeth done. But what I had to remember was I didn't lose all my teeth today. I can't get them all back today. First, let's get the ones that need to be one tooth at a time. Right? One tooth at a time. And there's a guy saying, I can't do anything. I can't get jobs in my mouth. He's like, stop. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. And he reminded people who related to his story, because here's the thing. That is the message from Source. That is the message from the higher power that we all have above us. No matter what you call it, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever you call it, it is God. It is a higher power that looks over all of us. It's a creation of the universe, the stars, the moon. The energy is the same. Whatever you call that energy, it is the same energy, right? It is a divine energy. And every single one of us watching this today, every single person that breathes air, every single creature, organism, thing, everything, anywhere is part of that energy. Every single one of you are a divine individual. You are pure love and light at your core, in my belief, right? And I believe that we kind of pick up all the things, and we have to kind of get rid of all that energy, right? We're like little light magnets, and things are drawn to us and stick to us, and then we have to like things move that energy and put new energy, and that's how the things work, right? And this kid's energy, I mean, you know, language was not using, he was listening to country music, but it's like, let's go, right? He was like a kid, and that's not normally my style of like life. I'm more of a like sound bath in the morning, but it was my phone rang, and God put me on that live this morning for a reason. And I know y'all know this because y'all say that to me. How many of you have messaged me, because I know y'all are on here, and said, you don't know what that meant to me this morning? You're on my live right now, right? I had one of those moments this morning with this kid. I subscribed. I sent him some gifts. I did. I was like, I'm gonna bless this kid today because he needs a blessing. And what I'm gonna tell you is, right, is that we sometimes need to shake ourselves up. I needed to shake my morning routine up, right? I needed to shake my morning routine up this morning because I needed to. I got big things happening. No, there's no problem. There's no problem. You have to use the website. No problem. I can't right now. There's no problem with the website, y'all. I need y'all to use the website. I really, 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 really need y'all to use the website. I'm trying to set some boundaries, and God has moved in me, and you came in at the right time, right? I came in at the right time. I needed to see that. I'm going to go back to what I was saying a second. I needed to see the things that Cal was thankful. He says, Father God, I am so thankful to have my children in my house. I never thought about how so many people are just blessed to have their children under the same roof as them. How many people are struggling, right, with that? How many people are struggling with separation anxiety? How many people don't know where their next meal? He was thankful for having food in his refrigerator and air to breathe. And I'm like, how much do we take for granted? This kid was thankful, and he raised my vibration so high. Oh my gosh, y'all. His name is Creating Perspective _perspective. I would ask y'all to go follow this guy because oh, 10, 20. Yep. Okay. It is a blessing. And see, people are struggling with that, right? People are struggling with that. But what I'm going to tell you is this, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. Make a plan. Shake yourself up. Write down the things that you want to see happen in your life, right? We just came off the full moon. And I'm going to pull this up because this didn't get wet. It's not having to dry out in front of the fan. And I'm going to share with y'all my release list. All right, I didn't burn it. My full moon, June 14th. I'm going to share this with y'all. Letting go to get in flow, right? And one of the things that came through this morning in that devotional that he read, and y'all are going to, you can't make this stuff up, right? He was using TikTok. Yeah, he was live on TikTok. He goes live 8 o'clock every morning and does a devotional. He sends prayers out to anybody that needs it, that shows up at 8 o'clock. He sends them blessings for one step at a time. And he and he reads a scripture, and he reads like a devotional, was a book, like a daily devotional, and reads a devotional. And one of the things in the devotional he read this morning was this. And it was Matthew verse 1, chapter 23. Chapter 1, verse 23 was the chapter he read, right? And he talked about that God was like, stop limiting the power of divine. Stop trying to control what I can do. And that was part of the message, right? It was like, I am God and I am with you, and don't try to limit my domain or tell me what I can and can't. That was the devotional. He was like it was like a devotional, like you read like a little story or whatever. Then they read the verse. But what I wrote for my full moon was, it's just, you can't make this up. It says, letting go to get in flow, work hard, play hard, let go of limiting belief. I am allowed to let loose and have fun. Letting go of it being my responsibility to be in charge. Letting go of it being my responsibility to be in charge. I'm letting that go. It is not mine to be in charge of. It is mine to be a good steward of the abundance I receive. But it's not my job to tell God what I need. Like exactly, I can tell him, here's, he showed me all the things, right? But it's not my job to be in charge. Like, okay, God, now it's time. Come on now. We got it. He's not one of my kids, right? And that's kind of what I was trying to get through today, to myself. It's like, stop trying to like give a list to God. Like, here's your list of things you're responsible for. Here's everybody's jobs, right? And I said, I want to develop a ritual book. Let go of procrastinating on my spiritual habits, which is what I wrote the other night, y'all. This is the other night for the full moon, right? And then I have some like ideas that came through yesterday. And I wrote my release list. And it says, I am releasing or letting go of worrying and fear. And I put releasing, and I put letting it go. Letting it go. Let go of lazy rituals, right? That's what I've been feeling like I'm doing. Like, I'm just kind of like, it's what my morning routine has been. I lay in bed. I'm like, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Just going through the motions, right? Not having it. Because like, here's the thing, right? When you do affirmations, it says the more energy and the more you believe it, the stronger it will be, right? And whenever you are doing affirmations, like when Carly will be like, okay, I want you to say the following things. Like, okay, it's like, say, she says, can you release it? I'm like, yes. She's like, will you release it? I'm like, yes. She's like, when will you release it? I'm like, now. She's like, say that again. And she's like, will you let go of this? I'm like, yes. Or can you let go of this? I'm like, yes. Will you let go of this? Yes. When? And then my answer is now. And then the more I say it, the more I believe it. The more, right? So I want y'all to do it with me, right? I want y'all to put that in the comments, and I want y'all to give it with energy. And I want you to say it as you type it. Like, whatever it is you're struggling with, can you let go of it? Yes or no? Whatever you're struggling with, can you let go of it? Yes or no? Will you let go of it? Yes or no? I want to know, yes or no. Those two questions. Can you let go of it? Can you? Yes. I love it. Oh, yes. 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 Will you let go of it? Yes or no? Yes. 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 When? Right? When? And mean it. Right? Yes. And when? Now. Now. Right? When can you do it? Now. It starts right now. And until I can say now and mean it, right? Until I could say now and mean it, we knew it wasn't time, right? And this morning, the last little pieces and parts of that energy that's been like, and Carly, so it's like Carly kind of attested, I love it now. I love it. And that's what we do. Like, she goes to, like, will you let go of it? I'm like, yes. When will you let go of it? Now. Let's do that again. She's like, let's try it again. And we'll do it over and over and over again. Now, right? So what I'm going to do is I want to come through and I want to have fervor when I say it, right? And a lot of people will go to churches like, that pastor was like on fire. He was like beating the Bible. I'm like, that's a man who was on fire with God. And I grew up in a church It was Pentecostal, and our pastor would speak in tongues and shout and hallelujah and beat the Bible and sweat. And like when I went to a church where the person was like, turn to your Bibles, Matthew 1 verse, I was like, and the Lord said unto thee, and I'm like, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. There's no passion behind it, right? And so now, and that's what I want y'all to do, right? I want you to practice that. So yes, I can let go of my lazy rituals. When I can do it right today, I can start today by shaking up my rituals, and I'm gonna do it right now, right? Yes, I can let go of it. Yes, I can do it, and I'm gonna do it right now. The next thing I'm letting go of is self-doubt. Self-doubt. All of those times that I had something that I knew I was going to do that I'm like, okay, doing a food truck, this is why I'm doing it, and it didn't work out. And I'm like, now whenever I try, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe I'm not. But here's the thing, right? I'm letting go of self-doubt. I am going to do exactly what I am supposed to do. I'm going to do the thing that is to the utmost and best good for myself, for my community, for my grateful fed family, for the world around me, to leave this world a little place, and God knows the rest. I don't have to doubt. If I self-doubt myself, then I am self-doubting God, because I am a child of God, right? If you believe that you are divine like I do, like namaste, the divine in me recognizes the divine in you. I think each of us are a God particle. I think God has breathed life into every single one of us by creating this, and whatever energetic way, whatever magic they set through, that we are here to fulfill a soul contract. And I have a soul contract to fulfill, and I'm as good as my word, right? I'm as good as my word, right? And so I am letting go of self-doubt, because I have nothing to do with it. I'm going to do the work that needs to be done, move the energy that needs to be done, and then God's going to take care of the rest. Can I get a hallelujah, amen, right? I'm letting go of negative self-talk. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am strong. I am courageous. I am a good and faithful steward of all the things which I receive, right? So I want you to stop talking negative. And Kalima's on here. Patricia's on here. And I'm going to tell you this. I tell people all the time, like, stop talking shit about you, because you're my friend, and I don't let people talk bad about my friends. You're my friend, and I love you, and you're beautiful and perfect in every way. Stop talking shit about my friend. I'm going to stop talking about myself in a negative way. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I go live too much. Oh, nobody likes me. That mental spiral, I'm letting that go on this full moon. I'm done. I don't need it anymore, right? I am letting go of limiting beliefs, right? And I've been saying that, letting go of limiting beliefs. I'm letting go of like only asking for what I think, only asking for what I think I deserve, right? That's the thing, right? We don't know how worthy we are. We don't even understand how worthy we are of all the blessings that are out there. We don't even know about it, because we limit ourselves. We're like, well, I just want a single wide. I just need a roof over my head, right? If you don't believe that you deserve a mansion in the hills, then you'll never have a mansion in the hills. Now, I'm okay with whatever. I'm okay with where I live right this moment, right? But it always seems to creep back in the negative thoughts. Here's the thing, right? It's progress, not perfection. We all have them sneak back in. We all have them sneak back in. But guess what? Pattern interrupts. Can anybody tell me how many times stop the stinking thinking? When they creep back in, you can recognize them. When you live a life of blessing yourself, right? When you live a life of self-love, and those negative thoughts are not gone. We are all human. I tell y'all, and I'm not sure who this is, right? It says, but they always seem to creep back in, the negative thoughts. I want you, number one, you're already asking for the negative thoughts to come back, right? That's stinking thinking. Good morning, good morning. I'm not sure who this is. Make sure you let me see your name. Manifest the damn thing, right? That's what I'm telling you. They always seem to creep. You're worrying about the thoughts creeping back in. Guess what's going to happen? Creep, creep. I'm a creep. I'm a real. Hey, Tracy. You have to allow Facebook to have StreamYard to use your name. You have to go in and allow that permission. When you click in the live, sometimes it'll ask you to let it do that. There you go, Tanya. It has been a while. How's the traveling going? What I'm going to tell you is this, right? The the negative thoughts do creep back in for all of us. Can I get a hallelujah, amen? If the negative thoughts creep back in, no matter how enlightened you think you are, right? That's why we call it a practice. That is why we call it a practice, because we practice. Practice makes perfect, but progress is better than perfection, right? So we all do it. We all do it. But it's important to recognize it, and we're going to do better by it. Now, one of the things that I teach people to do in my coaching and in my mentoring, right? Where did you go to? Where do you go to? I'm not sure. I will try to figure out the link and figure it out for you. If anybody on here who's done it on that side can walk her through that in the comments, I would very much appreciate it. And I know Heather John's gonna be mad as hell this morning. She had to go take care of the old man. She said that she had to work today, but I'm sure she'll catch the replay later. And you know, I say this. You have to learn this. Hi, Autumn. You have to learn to love yourself. And you have to do that by practicing self-care and self-love rituals, right? And that's why things like Wake and Bake is so important for me, because I get up in the morning and I try to make everybody know that no matter what the day throws at you, there's a way to be kind and positive and all the things. Autumn visiting family on the East Coast. That is awesome. I'm so glad that you're over here visiting on the East Coast where we are. I'm down here in Virginia. And again, if you could do me a favor and drop a hashtag Grateful Fed in the comments, or keep us in the algorithm. Now, with that and seeing that this morning, yeah, I've been missing Heather this morning. Yeah, she had to work this morning. She was on the Zoom late last night with us, and she said she had to work. She had to go get off the phone and go take care of some people today. So, you know, we all have things got to happen, right? You got to take care of the stuff. But if you're having struggles with the negative self-talk, just know that it gets better. Start doing daily affirmations, learn to love yourself. What I tell people to do is this. Get out of the shower, and you're in all your glory, in your birthday suit, looking out the things that, you know, just what the Lord blessed you with, right? All of the niplets hanging down, all of the surgery marks, all of the stretch marks, the tiger stripes, the fupa, my bingo flaps don't jiggle, they fold. I like to see you wiggle. That's what I've been doing. Like, I'm like trying to figure out a bingo flap with my underarms here. But here's the thing, right? Look myself dead in the eye in the mirror. I'm looking in the camera right now, right? And look at yourself and say, I love you. To yourself. I love you. I love your eyes. I love your nose. I love the skin that you're in. I love everything about you. Because here's the thing. You have to learn to love yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? There are parts of you that you don't love right now. And here's what I'm going to tell you, right? If you're new to this journey, you're like, I want to be positive. I want to change the way that I think. I want to change my relationship with me. Because if you have a lot of relationships in your life that are like one-sided or not good or toxic, that you would call them, or bad relationships, right? If you've got a lot of bad juju in your relationships, I want you to know this. The reason that is because the person, it's not them, it's you. Oh, I said it. If all your relationships are shitty and like like all my relationships, and I'm not talking about love, not all of those. I'm talking about all of it. All Autumn. The first time I did that, I cried. It almost didn't come out. Autumn, I want to put this up here. I want to share this because here's the thing, right? That is a true doing it truly, right? It took me 6 months to say I love you and mean it, because that's a difference in saying it. We can all say it. I want you to look in the mirror and mean it. And what I tell people is if you can't say it, because a lot of us can't get the words out. I couldn't get the words out. When that assignment was given to me, I was like, I do not understand the assignment. I cannot do it. I cannot say the words. I don't love myself. And then I started figuring out what I didn't like about me. And that's how you figure out your shadow work. That's how you figure out the work that you need to bring to your spiritual healer. And you need to get that figured out. Because when you can't say that in the mirror, we have ways to help with that, right? There are people who can help you get that shadow work through, move that energy through, and I can connect you with the right people to do that. come to our 8 o'clock meditation. That'll help you as well, because that love heart space energy, I want y'all to tell me in the comments, right? I want y'all to tell me in the comments who also benefits from that love energy. Because Carly tells us in that meditation, we can't send love out to others until we fill ourselves up with that love. So we send love to ourselves and we heal ourselves to be able to be the light that the world needs. My motto is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So Autumn, we're going to fill your cup up, right? We are going to make sure that you can look in that mirror every day and love yourself. And if you can't love your whole self, you can love your earlobes. You can love how great your eyebrows look. You can love the color of your eyes. I love the curve of my mouth. I love the fact that I don't have cankles. I was like, I'm so glad I have ankles. I was like, I don't know. I love my ankles. I had to find little pieces and parts of myself so I could put together the whole package. And there are still times when it is hard, right? So, me and everyone, I love y'all so much. So I'm going to encourage you today to go out, and I say it all the time, be the change you want to see in the world. I want my mantras around here, y'all. I am grateful for starting every day off with gratitude, right? Refuse to be anything but successful. I said this the other night, right? Yesterday. I have been doing this work for 3.5 years on myself. You will all love the meditation group. It is worth the time coming. You will not regret it. You will feel the blessing. You will feel the energy. You will feel the love. Thank you. Y'all are my soul tribe, and this is my soul's purpose. And I know. I don't dispute it. There are a lot of people in this world who have not gotten on the path of their soul's purpose. There are even some people, you're fine, we're good, you're fine. There are a lot of people in this world not found their soul's purpose yet. And I tell y'all, I get these messages from different people and pieces and parts. And I heard this person say one time, it's like, if you have not found the thing that you can do 1 million times without success and get up tomorrow and do it again, you have not found your soul's purpose. If Hometown Hippie is my soul's purpose, where if y'all, like, I'm telling you, like, we're down month over month. We're down more than I thought we were. I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, right? We are not going to measure our success in the dollars that we make, but by the difference that we make. And I have been really like trying to stay in flow and not worry about money and just keep because, I bought this land, I closed for 2 weeks, all of the things I worried about. Right? Worrying is praying for things that you don't want to happen. And we are so good at worrying. That is our most strongest prayer form. If I ask you, like, what is your biggest fear right now? I mean, y'all can tell me a million fears. Like, if I ask you what's your biggest fear right now, you're probably going through a list of like the 3,000 things you're afraid of happening or worrying about happening. But if I ask you, like, what are you so proud of right now, that you'd have to think, you might have a list of 1 or 2 things. We can tell anybody all of our broken pieces. We can tell anybody all of the things that are going to, like, the bad things that could happen. We believe that happens. We believe that we can get evicted, but we don't believe we can afford a mansion. We believe that we deserve the job that people, treat us like shit. But we don't believe for a second that we deserve to, like, live in our soul's purpose and do the thing that makes us happy. Melanie just got a huge. Here's the thing. Know these orders, Mel, because we're gonna put it into fruition that these ladies one day are going to be sitting in the Grateful Fed Hometown Hippie headquarters in the office, and they're going to be dealing with all kinds of fun stuff for, like, people, and they're going to need somebody to pick up their coffee order. Mel's like, I'll run to Starbucks and get it. So this is going to be their coffee orders, right? And I know that Mel has talked about helping with Grateful Fed and coming to the Hometown Hippie family, and Elizabeth, she wants to come be a podcast genius and do all my work because I know she doesn't work outside of the home right now. But that's what I'm saying, right? We believe all the shitty things. We believe all the things that are not right with us. We have no trouble accepting those things. That's why you have to make room for your blessings, right? We have to work through the nonsense. We got to let go of the stuff that no longer serves us. That stuff should shuck away. And it starts by you loving yourself. because you don't let things you love get beaten down by things that don't serve them. If your kid had a friend that was a shitty friend and was talking crap about them and not being a good friend, you would pull your kid aside and say, you're not hanging out with that little asshole anymore. They don't treat you right. I love you too much to watch this person hurt you. Can I get a hallelujah, amen? If your best friend's dating a guy that's a piece of shit, that never does anything right, that treats people like crap, that cheats on her, that does all of this other crazy crap, you would pull her aside and say, hey, I love you, and he is not worth your time. Stop putting up with that bullshit because you deserve better, right? Now, think about if you loved yourself. All the things that would fall away from you that no longer served you, the job, the shitty car, the shitty friends, the shitty boyfriends and girlfriends and partners or whatever, right? All of that wouldn't serve you anymore because you love yourself enough not to let people treat you like shit. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start our morning routines off by loving ourselves with some morning I am affirmations, with some gratitudes. We're going to get strict about how we take care of ourselves, how we talk about ourselves, and we're going to start loving ourselves. That's the soul's purpose of Hometown Hippie, right? So we're shaking it up. We're getting rid of those lazy morning rituals. So I am working on partnering with some people, right? I want to partner with some people. We're going to, because I can't do it all myself, right? But there's people who have talents and skills, and I have networks of people who, why am I not fucking using them? Right? Why am I not using the people that I need to use, right? We are going to start doing a lot more educational things. We're going to do a lot more opportunities for classes. We're going to do a lot more opportunities to get up and move your body and actually practice what we preach. Morning wake and bake and shakes on Zoom, where we can get on Zoom because it's where we can all kind of connect and talk to one another. It's virtual community. And we're going to do a little dance morning. We're going to get up, smoke a little pot, drink our coffee, and we're going to dance around the house. And we're going to talk about, we're going to joyfully move our bodies and get ourselves feeling better. Get some energy flowing. So one day we're going to dance. Dance, 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 dance. Got choco cream. Hey, Mel, can you do me a favor, though? Because I am probably needing some breakfast because I'm feeling a little weird. Would you mind getting me the McGriddle sausage, egg, and cheese? I don't know. I don't want that. I want Bojangles. I want a chicken. You know what? I want a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit from Bojangles, if you don't mind, and I'll pay you. How much? That's not going to be, no, it's just going to be come see me. Some of the classes we're going to do, like how to grow your own medicine. We're going to do, get my grow groups. They're actually looking at putting together a grow box. We are going to be doing, I'm going to be pulling some people who want to do, like maybe do some cards some days, some Qigong. Good morning, Sherry Crouch. So we're going to be doing, some things we can actually connect with one another. We're going to do morning affirmations. If somebody wants to come on live and just say, and read morning affirmations, you know. If somebody wants to do a yoga class, we can come in the morning and go outside, and I'll put the video on and we'll do yoga together, just some stretching and things like that. So there are going to be a lot of opportunities and those will be, maybe we'll do them on Zoom and then we'll broadcast them into Facebook, because I can do that. I can go live in Facebook. But here's the thing, like a lot of that is like, if you want to be there for it, then you need to be there for it. Maybe we'll do a little, like, I'll show my view, because not everybody wants everybody seeing them dancing around, right? Yeah, definitely couldn't do hot this morning. So we have lots of things on tap to help you. I'm getting rid of these lazy self-morning rituals. And not everything is for everybody. That's why I want to offer a lot of different options. Maybe, and here's the thing, like I have bad knees, and I'm gonna show you, I'm in pajamas, y'all. I'm in the same thing. I went to take a shower last night, put this on. Came in here, did the meditation, and went to bed. Right. Well, I had a lot of edibles, and I went to bed because I was high. I was higher than giraffe. Hoo-ha. So I just thought of the perfect shirt. So you know how we have the car that it just came in. I gotta do it real quick. We have the car when you get super high on edibles, or like super stoned is higher than giraffe. Hoo-ha. What if we did a cat carrying a giraffe balloon, like a floating giraffe balloon, with a cat carrying it as like an inside joke? I don't know if that sounds funny. Yes, that's Spec Ops. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's crazy. But that's a little side note. But not everything is for everybody. So offering a lot of different options every morning. And like I said, when I'm at home, I always free ball topside. Yeah, I'm going through this whole like bra, no bra movement, but we could also do things that are like if you're not able to like jump around. So like for me, a lot of times like joyfully moving my body, like when my knees and stuff are really bothering me, or my hips are really bothering me because the knee I had surgery on has been debrided and it's got arthritis and it still has some like ACL and NC and meniscal and ACL issues. And after that concert, my knee has been really bothering me. Like I feel like I need to like baby it a little bit. So one of the things that I've been doing is I've been chair dancing, right? I'm like, I can work everything in my chair and we can dance in the chair. I can move the chair out of the way. We can have a little morning dance party. I can put the music on. We will blast it up. We will, I can actually plug my speaker right into the thing and it can play the music. On Zoom, it's fine to do that. I came up with a blondie, blonde hair, Ugg boots, and an iced coffee. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's great. So we're gonna do yoga, qigong. We may do some morning motivational stuff, like maybe a morning meditation. I'm thinking of like a grounding meditation some mornings. Maybe we'll start Monday motivation off live with Wake and Bake, and we will do a Monday morning motivation. I would love to see your Monday motivational quotes, things like that. We're gonna just change up we're gonna flip the script a little bit, right? Because we have been lazy, and that's the thing and that's even my social media, even the things that I post, it's kind of like on a schedule. I don't like regular bras, but sports bras are okay. Yeah, I don't like bras at all. Like I don't, but I have to wear one. It's just kind of what I have to do. I have to go out in the world, and I'm not someone who can just like throw a tank top on like I used to be back in. I mean, I've never been able to do that. I had a breast reduction, and right after that, they were very, very, very perky because they were perfect because I had them done right, and for a couple of years there, I could probably pull it off, but now I've gained weight and lost weight and gained weight and offer you the giraffe carrying. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay, perfect. Perfect, Dennis. So I need you to doodle that up. Sounds great. Would love that. Things to really get our mind and body and souls up and moving and pop. Yes, exactly. Right. We're doing some crystal cards every Sunday, right? Our crystal affirmations of the week. We also are going to be partnering with other groups like Dragonfly Alchemy and My Mystical Life and Peaks U Hydro and Beyond the Plant and all these other, and Dennis's t-shirt, all these other places. If you have something that can contribute to the community, then let me know. I'll put an affiliate link on there. We'll talk about it. So we are going to make this kind of a one-stop shop for everything that you need, hopefully. Now, on that note, a couple of things. Oatmeal raisin cookies and white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. They were a Father's Day special. We may keep them on the menu. I'm not sure that we will. They're still on there right now. Okay, so I'm going to put that couple of things up. I'm going to get ready to get off here. It's been a little hour, and I was not expecting to go a whole hour. And this is, you're all my Fed heads. So where are my Fed heads at? Can I get a Fed head? Can I get like an emoji? I think our Fed head emoji should be a giraffe and a cat. if you're a Fed head, I don't know. What should our Fed head emoji be? Drop them in the comments if you've got ideas for our Fed head emojis while I pull up this other stuff real quick. Let me do this. Let me take this off, right? Let me go up here. Let me go to the brands. A couple of things we still have going on this month, okay? So number one, if you have not done so, at every 50, so we've given away one gift already. So all summer long, we're running the Summer Fun Contest. So at every 50 entries, we get another one away. So all summer long, as we get to the on the 50s, we do a drawing. We just got to 55, so we've given one prize away already. I got to go in there and see those because it doesn't show me what they are. Daggone it doesn't show me what they are. I'll pull my phone up and look though. So if you've not done it already, if you've already done it, then don't do it again. But if you have not done it, only one entry per person. Text summer to 844-575-1884. You will get text when we have live. You'll get text for updated menus. You will get text for all of the things that are important you don't want to miss this summer, right? A giraffe, I like that. That's funny. Anybody else have any that great for Fed heads? I'm trying to turn the volume down before we get trying to find the live chat. The cat, the giraffe. I love it. The cat, the giraffe. So make sure you text in to win. Okay. Number 2, something else we have going on this summer, this right now, this month specifically, is we have our Munchie of the Month box. So normally we ran that from the 1st through the 10th, and then all the boxes were out by the 15th. We're running that monthly now. It's running all month long. This month is the Fruity Pebble bar with the rainbow koozie and the Love is Love stickers, and $5 of each box will be donated to Farmville Pride. We're up to about $200 in donations right now to Farmville Pride, which is awesome. So thank you all for contributing to that. We'd love to give back to good community organizations, one hometown at a time. We have our Hometown Hippie Summer of Love. So every order placed between June 1st and August 31st gets you an entry into our grand prize drawing for our VIP judges tickets to Hometown Hippie Harvest Fest and first annual Cannabis Cup this fall, date to be announced. Woohoo! Yes, Farmville Pride is what I'm talking about, right? Now, the ways you can win this is not only through ordering, but like I talked about, it's the Summer of Love. It's about loving yourself and loving others. And we're also talking about how we can give back, and you get entries for giving back to the community as well and doing things that are of service. We have, like I said, our weekly meditation. Meditation can give you a sense of calm, peace, and balance that can benefit your emotional well-being and overall health. Join us Thursday nights. It's going to have to be changed at 8 p.m. for guided meditation to help send love and light to those who need it. The Grateful Fed. We still have today. You can grab these. Today's the last day to claim this. They are on sale from $63 to $50. A bottle of hot sauce, a cookie trio and a pre-roll, and we need to get the pre-roll made for that box. We forgot that. I need to get that done today. Mel, if you're on here still, we need to put that pre-roll in that Father's Day box. We forgot to do that. I just thought about it. And then we have the white chocolate macadamia cookies. These are on sale. The 3-packs are on sale for $15, and the oatmeal raisin cookies. We are currently sold out of those right now, but if we get orders, I can make some more. And then these are the Fruity Pebbles bars. The ones that are $10 each are a little bit smaller than the ones in the Munchie of the Month box. You can add an extra one on if you want. It will be a smaller one, and we do have those for the rest of the month at $10 a piece. So those are just a few of the things that we got going on. Now you can order using the website www.peaceloveandfeast.com. You're able to also download the app at checkout. You can go onto your like the little widgets, and you can just click it and take you right to the website. My husband's got the app. It's awesome. So those things are things that we have happening. You're okay. You have to go back and watch the replay. We're about done. We're getting ready to jump off. I was just going through the little things that were happening. Please note, if your order is not in by noon today, if you have not placed your order by noon today, I will process all orders placed by noon today, this week. I batch those at noon. I don't touch orders again until Monday. This is Father's Day weekend. I'm going tomorrow to visit my brother. Heather, thank you very much for his book. He just got it. And I have to go talk to the property people about $100 worth of books that I sent him, and he got 2 of the 5. So I got to go find out where those books are. But I am going to see my brother tomorrow. He is spending some time in jail. I talked about it. One of the reasons also why I'm here with Plants Over Pills. And he and I have been talking and working together. He calls me about every day, and I give him a 15, 20 minute, whatever we have time for, little like love and light. He's got a lot on his plate right now, and he's really going through some depression. Father's Day, my mom's birthday is this month. He wants to see my dad. He's not seen my dad in several years because of COVID and all that, right? It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that he's where he's at. And I know that we can manifest him. He says, if I could just get another chance, he said, I would go talk to every school. I would do whatever I could do to be a positive influence on young men who are in my situation, and young women. He said a lot of guys in the blue collar trades don't want to talk about addiction, don't want to admit that they have a problem, that they turn into junkies because of a workers' comp claim. He says, maybe my message I can make my mess a message, but in behind bars, I don't know how to do it. I was like, start writing it down. I'm sending him journaling. I'm like, I want you to start writing. I want you to write down all of the thoughts and things. I was like, we will make your mess your message. So you can write it in jail, send it to me, I'll post it. I was like, we will get it. You can email it to me, I'll buy you stamps, right? So if you've got people in your life right now, who maybe are not in the best place, we talked about this the other day, 2 things can be true. Sometimes as we vibrate higher, we talk about all those things that fall away. And here's what I'm going to tell you, because I know a lot of y'all struggle with that, right? A lot of you struggle because you're like me. You love everybody. And a lot of us hold on to those people who maybe are struggling because we love them so much that we just burn with them, right? Anybody ever love somebody so much that you're like, I'm going to burn with you, right? We're just going to go through this together because I love you so much that I don't know how to let you fall away. And I've talked to some people about this recently, about some people that we all love, right? That are just struggling, right? I have people in my life that I love to pieces, that I would do anything for, but I can't right now because they've got to hit the bottom. They've got to feel how the ground feels to be able to understand how comfortable a bed is, if that makes sense. There are some people, and I'm telling y'all, I've never been in a gutter. Like I've never been knocked down to the gutter, but I've had to be knocked down a few pegs to be able to rise up like the phoenix. And y'all see that is my logo, is the phoenix rising, because here's what I'm going to tell you. It ain't over till it's over, right? It ain't over till it's over. And how many of us have felt like we were like the most broken we have ever been? And after that most broken we have ever been, the most beautiful love we have ever felt kind of came in and mended us back together and lifted us up out of those ashes. And that's what Hometown Hippie is about. It's about understanding that not everyone has elevated, right? Not everyone has elevated yet. But that's what we're here for. And just because you can't eat at my table doesn't mean I don't want you to eat. It just means that we ain't eating the same food right now. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to send you all that love energy. That's what the heart space meditation is for. It is for us to send that love and light from a distance where we can both respect ourselves and love us and love you at the same time. Because just like when you start mining for diamonds and gold, and you get that little sieve, and you scoop up the water and all the dirt and all the things are in there, and you shake it, right? Shake it. Okay? And some things fall through the cracks, and the gems and the things that are finished doing are sitting in the catcher, right? It doesn't mean that all that stuff that fell through is not worthy. It just means it's not finished yet. It has work to do. It still has more time. It needs more pressure because things things are formed. Diamonds are formed under pressure and time. So maybe they need more pressure and more time. And I'm like, well, they got going through it, but are they, right? They have to learn how to grow through it. A lot of people go through life. You can go through shit and you can make a decision. Every time you get to here's the deal. I'm going to tell you an example, right? I've been working with some people who are younger than me. Young parents, for example, right? And they're frustrated and pissed and all the things they're dealing with. I deserve this. I deserve that. I'm like, you do, right? But every day when you wake up, you have a choice. We all wake up. Every single person watching me on this planet wakes up with the same 24 hours in a day. And every day you can wake up and you have a choice. And it is 100% totally your choice. And if you say, I can't do that, I can't do this, I was like, stop saying you can't do stuff. I can't. I'm like, you can. Take the word can't out of your dictionary. Every time that you are going through something, you're like, well, I can't get a job. No, you won't get a job. Take the word can't and replace it with the word won't. See how that feels. Because what we have to start doing is taking self-accountability. If you can't pay your bills, but you're drinking at the bar, you have a choice. Well, I can't. Well, I can't pay my bills with what it costs to buy beer, but you can pay your rent with what it costs to buy a 6-pack of beer every day. Right? We do all of, I feel like we do all of these things, right? I see these people doing it. They're like, I can't afford this. I can't afford that. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. I'm like, you won't afford it. I'm not saying times aren't tough. I'm not saying they're not. They are. But we can do anything we choose to do, period. Anything you are not doing is because you have chosen not to do it. And that's a hard thing to swallow. But you have to do that, right? Part of that self love thing is that. But here's the thing, I love the parts of me that don't do the right thing as well as the parts of me that do the right thing. But when you start loving yourself and you start accepting yourself for the good, the bad, and the ugly, you no longer lie to yourself or lie to others about the things that you choose to do. Because self accountability is what makes the difference, right? Makes a difference. Makes a difference. You make better choices when you're accountable to yourself. When you matter to you, you don't care what anybody else thinks because you make the right choices for you. You don't give a shit what anybody else thinks about you, right? That's what when you are hiding and lying and all the things to other people, that is only a reflection of how you feel about you. I tell people all the time. I tell people that all the time. And I'm going to use this example. When my sister first started dating her ex-husband, who was the father of my niece and nephew. He was an African American man. She is a Caucasian. She is from the island of Caucasia. We got our DNA done. I was like, so what is the DNA that you got done? I was like, what are we? She's like, we are white. Like, what? She's like, my nephew got his DNA done, and he's mixed, of course, and he's like Hasidic Jewish, or not, they're ethnically Jewish and African American, and from all the Ghana and all the places, right? And for his mother's side of the family, it was like Norwegian and Swedish and English and Hungarian, like all of these like Germanic people. And he's like, we are apparently we are from the island of Caucasia because everything in our DNA. I was like, we have all this Indian blood. It's like, I don't know. On Matthew's side with me, it was like all of the white countries. So I was like, okay, good to know. I was like, do we not get invited to the cookout now? She's like, I don't know. We're not telling people. I was like, okay, but I told y'all. I'm sorry. I'm like, I told you. But it's when they started dating, um, she was sneaking with it. It was years and years and years ago. We lived in a different time then, and things. I mean, I don't care. She's like, well, you don't like it, you don't believe it. I'm like, you don't know what I believe. You have no clue. It's like you're mad. She's like, you're mad at me for dating him. I'm like, I am not mad at you for dating him at all. I think Derek is a cool guy, and he and I talk shit all the time at the bar. I was like, I see him out. He's educated. He's nice. He's charming. He's good looking. He's good with his hands. He rode bulls, so he's got like fit. I mean, he was a bull rider. He's a cowboy for goodness sakes. I was like, I have no problem with Derek. I was like, the reason that I am mad at you is because I think I love you as my sister, but I'm pissed off at you for hiding it from people. Because if you love this person and you care about this person and you want to be with this person, then this relationship is doomed from jump. If he's your boyfriend at your house and not out in public in case somebody sees you because you don't want people in Farmville to talk about you. That's what I'm mad about. I'm mad about that's not how we were raised. We were raised that you love somebody, you tell them you love them in front of you scream it in front of God. I'm like, that's why I'm upset. I have friends who were homosexuals, who were gay, who were lesbian, who were queer, who were transgender, and they will tell you. I'm like, I have no problem with any of that. Love is love. I have a problem if you try to be something that you're not. I want you to love yourself enough, right? I want you to love yourself enough to be able to I hope that's just Mel coming in. Mel, is that you? All right, perfect. I was making sure. Um, look. So anyway, but that's the thing, right? Is about being true and not hiding it and being, if that's who you are, then be who you are. And here's the thing, right? I know that that is easier said than done if you're not, if you're still doing this kind of work, right? If you are still struggling with loving yourself, I know that it is hard to do that. What I'm going to tell you is this: it is possible. Woohoo! Good morning.
Good morning.
It is possible. Is the ability to do that is it's theirs for the taking, right? And if you don't feel that way already and you have trouble with that, then you're in the right place, because we're here to support and help you love yourself. So on that note, right? On that note, I was using that as an example about, like, you know, two things can be true, right? This can all sound great and also sound overwhelming. You can love to hear what I say and then get off of here and never do it, right? But what I'm going to encourage you to do is, all I'm doing here is planting the seeds, providing some sunshine and water, and hopefully the seeds will bloom and plant. And if you're one of those people right now who, when we shake that, you're still falling through the cracks a little bit, you feel like you're a fall through the cracks kind of person, you feel like you're just not quite there yet, that you're not, you know, like, I don't understand. I'd be like, Tammy, I have been under pressure and I have been under time, but you have a choice to make every day, right? And that's the difference, right? Some people choose to rise above it. Some people choose to fall into it and to wallow in it. What I'm going to encourage every single one of you to do today is to look in that mirror and say, I love you. Start off, even if you don't mean it, right? Speak what you seek until you see what you said. So I want you to look at yourself in the mirror today. If you can't love your whole self, love something about yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? And how do you love your neighbor like you love yourself if you don't love yourself? That's what's wrong with the world today. That's where we're going, right? So on that note, I want y'all to have a very blessed weekend. We got some new things coming out next week. It's going to be super exciting. I'm going to fill Mel in on some ideas I have that came through last night. I'm not telling y'all yet. I normally do that, but I'm not telling y'all yet.
I get to know all the
You get to know you work. You get to know all the secrets. So on that note, all the secrets. I hope y'all have a beautifully blessed rest of your weekend. Happy Father's Day to those of you who are celebrating Father's Day, whether you're a dad out there getting it done, or you're maybe somebody who's pulling dad duty. Maybe you're not like a biological father. I feel like if you give dad energy, you're a dad. And I want you to have a beautifully blessed weekend. Go out and tell somebody today how much they mean to you. The power of one. One person can't change the world, but every single day you can go out and change the world for one person, even if that one person is you. I love you big. I love you strong. I love you hard. As always, we say the things, right? Peace, love, and feast. See y'all Sunday morning for Sunday sermon. I got some big things coming for that. And as always, hashtag stay elevated. I'm going to extend the popsicle pulls through the weekend. We'll do those next week. I didn't get a chance to do them this week. So all orders this week, get a popsicle pull for some free prizes on your next order. You'll get to pick a color. We'll do a popsicle party on Wednesday night. I was out this week. We're going to do it next week. So we're running that for 2 weeks, popsicle parties. I will pull your invoices to let you pull stickers. So on that note, peace, love, and feast. Can't get it out. Sorry. I'm going to go feast. Stay elevated. I love y'all so much. Sorry, we're just getting off of here. Go back and watch the replay. It was a good one today. I love y'all, and I will see y'all my Sunday. Later.